Three, two, one. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. For anybody watching, thank you very much for watching. And we are continuing with day 5 of our first playthrough of Hollow Knight. And not too much of a monologue here, but just something real quick. Day 4 was a bit of a mixed bag in regards to enjoyment, but I will say that, in my opinion, after kind of, I did all the editing and rendering and uploading, in my opinion, I feel that the majority of the rough ride was just bad mistakes that I made. So I can't put anything on the developers on that, although there was one boss I didn't really care for. I just think that boss was garbage. The one with a spinning wheel or whatever that was bouncing around. I understand how the fight works. It's not that I don't get it. I do. I just think it's a garbage fight. But all the other fights were on that day were pretty good. I think we did like 3 or 4. There was only one that I kind of felt was garbage. I don't remember the name of them. But yeah, it was kind of rough. And that's because one of the things that I've heard, and I'm trying to, like I say, play with as little spoilers or as hand holding as much as possible without I'm not watching any walkthroughs or tip videos. Although I have had to look up a few things, but only when, I feel like I'm kind of stuck or don't understand something or whatever. So I'm being transparent about that. But one of the things that I've heard when I was reading reviews is that the game doesn't, hold your hand. And very much like if you play Dark Souls, that's kind of how Dark Souls was. And I think that is a plus because nobody likes seeing yellow paint in a game telling you over here, and even Dark Souls does a little hand holding that most people don't know of, because all the shinies that you see as you're progressing through a Souls game are actively leading you where you need to go. So it's just done in a very clever way. But in this game, that's not really the same. You're really having to, you get to choose where you want to go. And that direction may or may not be, the right way, something that's going to benefit you. And when we went down to the lower parts of the map, because we thought, okay, we can go down there now. While we did get some items down there that were beneficial, just getting out of there was, reminding me so much of the first time I went to, the deep catacombs in Dark Souls. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't intended to be there. It's kind of like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So that's on me. I'm not going to put that on the developers, because you can't have your cake and ice cream. You can't say, well, I don't want hand holding, but at the same time, you want to be told where you should or shouldn't go, So again, so day 4 was a bit of a rough ride. I'm not going to judge the devs on that. I put that on myself. Like I said, the only real complaints I have about the game thus far is there is a lot of backtracking, and I started to look at the map of where, off stream of where I've been, and noticing, okay, we got this item here, we got this item there, and everything is spread out. Now, I know that people would say, well, that's Metroidvania. That's how they're designed. Haven't you played Metroidvania before? The answer is yes, and I agree. But the way I'm beginning to understand why myself and others do find it to be a bit of, how should I say, almost cumbersome that you're doing all this backtracking. And there's a few reasons why. Because I went back and watched some of my playthrough of Axiom Verge, and I was noticing with Axiom Verge that, number one, you don't have to run back to bosses. There's a save station, like very close to at least the bosses I looked at, within just a few screens, very much like the mod I'm running now. So that, that I remember it not being a problem, but I wanted to verify because it had been like 6-7 years. But the other thing is, like, the reason why it feels so much of a cumbersome thing to be, doing all this backtracking is, number one, your character moves pretty slow versus the speed of characters in other Metroidvanias. I'm not saying the character's slow, like, oh, it's painfully slow, but it's slower moving, and the map is larger and the rooms are larger, along with the enemies and the enemy AI. All these things are basically slowing you down. And so it makes getting from point A to point B, which may be not even really that far if you're just looking at the map, but it is actually far because of everything you need to do to get back to that point. So the backtracking is heavier in this game versus other Metroidvanias for that reason. And unless you, like, if you're a blue pill person, you know, like Cypher from the Matrix says, ignorance is bliss, I envy you. But I don't have that luxury because I have other responsibilities and things in life that, you know, and hobbies and things that I also value. And I don't really want to be allowing a game to not respect my time and sucking my life away, even if I'm enjoying the game. There's a balance there that, in my opinion, I think developers should have. And one of the things I've noticed in looking at other Metroidvanias, here I am, I said it was going to be a short monologue here, is if you look at games that have been released, you know, let's say the last 10 or 15 years, Hollow Knight is one of the worst in regards to respecting your time as a player when it comes to the backtracking and dying and returning to bosses for boss attempts. Because I was looking at some other Metroidvanias, some that I've played, some that I have not. And look, I'm not saying there shouldn't be a run back to a boss. I'm not saying you shouldn't have to backtrack. That's not the point. But how you do it as a developer to respect the player's time and not be worried about your analytics of player playtime, that's what's important. And there is a community of people, and it's a large group of people, that don't have an issue with it at all. They feel that the pros and benefits of Hollow Knight outweigh the negatives in that regard. And I almost feel that's fair, you know, because Hollow Knight has some of the best design choices over almost a lot of Metroidvanias. Like, I think one in particular that I have yet to see done as well in another Metroidvania is the enemy AI. The enemy AI in this game is the best I've experienced in a 2D Metroidvania. It's so good. It's aggressive. They redirect. There's tracking, and a lot of this is not really present in a lot of other Metroidvanias, not to this degree. And that's what does make it a little more challenging, and also is what makes it so cumbersome when you're doing the backtracking. Because, you know, when you're playing, like, you know, another game, like even Axiom Verge for that matter, you know, you'll have to kill some things along the way, but most of the enemies you've already dealt with and you're stronger, so you're able to get through the areas much quicker. Now, we did also have a fault, and this is something I forgot to mention earlier. We didn't upgrade our weapon. We've been running around this game for 4 days, and we didn't upgrade our weapon until towards the end or middle of day 4, which we could have done that way sooner, and it made a huge difference. So those are just some feedback tips or whatever, as far as like where I'm at with the game. Yeah, my only real complaint about the game is because of the way it's designed, and like if I were to change the game at all, I would add fast travel. And I don't mean the stags. I mean fast travel, even if you have to pay for it. Like, honestly, that would be a great idea, is instead, you know, because instead of making it free, if you want to fast travel from one bench to another, and depending on the distance, charge us geo for that. Now you've got a currency sink, and then players are kind of put in a position, oh, okay, well, I've got this much geo on me. I need to get way over there. I'm not near a stag station. Do I really want to sacrifice the geo to, you know, 500 geo or whatever to port, or do I want to run all the way over? I think that would have been a great design choice, because it's not free. You're having to pay something. And even if you're not, you know, running like a geo increase drop like I'm running, even if you're playing normal, that would still be kind of a punishment, you know, because it seems like there's a group of people that really, really love to be punished, and more power to you if that's your thing. You know, I'm not into the S&M thing or whatever. It's like S&M of gaming. but I think that would have been a great design choice. And also, have a save point. It doesn't have to be right outside the boss, but much closer. Now, I did investigate this about the long run backs to the bosses. And I did first did a search on ChatGPT and Grok asking, because I've heard a lot of people defend the developers, saying that the developers see the run back as like a phase 1 to the boss. So you get through that, then you fight the boss. And honestly, it just sounds like a cheap excuse, at least from what I've heard. So I went to the AI chat, asked both, did the developers ever state that the run back to a boss is considered part of the boss fight? And both said no. But then I went on, I think Reddit, and apparently a quote was taken from the developer, one of the developers, stating that is the case. That's what they wanted. They wanted to have the run back considered as part of the boss fight. And the thing with that is some of these enemies, and because of how aggressive and how tough some of these enemies are, that run back isn't necessarily going to always yield you, a full health bar to get and engage the boss. And some of these enemies don't respawn, so you can't farm up and replenish your health. So it kind of puts you in a very awkward position. And that was something I was noticing with some of these bosses. Whereas if they would have, a respawn point outside near the boss, and Axiom Verge does do this, I from what I looked at, then you are just engaging the boss. So I think a solution for that would be maybe an item in the game that you have to acquire, you have to either save for or collect, and maybe even make it a charm, where if you equip a charm, you can essentially respawn outside the boss room, like I'm doing, but you're paying with notches, and now you're it's not free, and you're giving the players a choice still. At least there's a compromise there, rather than just resorting to a mod like I'm doing, because what I'm doing would be considered cheating. I don't really care. I don't care who sees it that way, because I play games for my enjoyment. It's my recreational time. But if the devs, kind of wanted to find some sort of middle ground compromise, I think that would have been one way to go about doing it. I think those two things are the main complaints. Aside from that, if what I just stated was implemented into the game, I'd probably give this game like a 9. But because those things are present in the game, and I am having to use mods, it's going to have to be lowered to a 7. We haven't finished the game yet, but that's kind of where we're at. Anyways, I was noticing a few places in the game when I was editing and uploading that I missed. So let's jump in here. Okay, my monologue wasn't too long, about 15 minutes. Not like the other one on day 3. I think it was like 45. It's just ridiculous. I'm a blabbermouth. I get it from my grandfather. Anyways, let's pull up the map here. Okay, so pull up the annotations. I found a place over here that we need to investigate. And then there is another place I need to investigate. Over here. Both of those have breakable walls or something. And I noticed that, like I said, when I was doing my editing, I was like, I just kind of missed it. And so it's a good thing, like when I go back to edit, I'm like, okay, I can go back and check those out. Plus there's another boss up there at the Howling Cliffs that we could also engage at some point. Now, in regards to this lower area here, we'll be going back down there. I just don't think we were quite ready. But what we were able to do, I think it was right here, we were able to get that tram card. And that tram card allowed us to basically unlock the tram to be able to, oh, wait a minute. Forgot to pull up the map here. Okay. I was actually annotating, so I'll show the other. So we were able to get the tram card, which unlocks the trams. And then let's see. And that was located right here. So since I wasn't being, since I didn't have the game up, we need to go back over here. And we need to go back over here because there's some breakable areas there that I noticed during my editing that, at least they look like breakable areas because one of them was one that, whenever you walk on the ground that can be broken, it kind of does this popcorn thing and this animation. And while I did see it, I forgot. And there's other places in the game that have like, you know, where we can do the, I guess, the downward dash to break through. But anyways, I think we'll go over here first. We'll start there and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. One second. Okay. Oh, I want to try this out. We got this, but we didn't get to try it out. So let's equip that. How many is it? Ooh, it's expensive. Let's do that and that. How much is this? Yeah, I think we'll keep that. Okay. All right, so we have to take the tram. Oh, I also switched controllers. So I'm using a D-pad now. I did a little bit of testing with it. It does feel better, but it does feel different. Okay, we're going to green path. So doing the downward thrust for like pogoing should feel a little bit more responsive. There are probably people saying, why the hell would you play with an analog stick, you know, on a Metroidvania like this? Believe it or not, there are some games that actually play better with an analog stick than, I think I went the wrong way, than actually playing with a D-pad. Vigil of the Night, it's not a very popular Metroidvania, but there were certain moves that you have to do in order to get to certain parts of the game for the platforming. And at least from when I was playing the game, I was playing with a D-pad. I could not do those moves, but as soon as I switched over to analog stick, I could do them. So I guess it's going to depend on the person, you know, and the controller and all that. Plus there is a latency issue as well. I do find that this controller seems to be a little more responsive. It's hard to say. It could be placebo. Oh, another thing I need to do is this dream sword thing. There are corpses in the game that we should be hitting with this. And I also noticed that I did that with a few of them because some of them will unlock, what is it? Yeah, some of them will unlock these essences for the dream nail. So if we come across like any corpses or whatever that, you know, even if we can interact, we need to use the dream nail on them. At least I believe so. Oh, we didn't put on the... Damn it, we didn't put it on. Oh shit. I can't believe we fell for that. Now, even though I did refund Silksong, I don't want to say I'll never play it, but I wanted to do it mainly because first off, I can always repurchase the game. It's not like, oh, I refunded it, I can never purchase it again. But I wanted to wait until I bought a completed Hollow Knight, because I was starting to notice things design-wise that I don't agree with and don't really want to support. But that doesn't mean that, you know, I can't like potentially mod Silksong as I've done Hollow Knight and be able to get some enjoyment out of it. Okay, so anything with like a wall that has like cracks like this, and even in the ceiling, can be broken. So yeah, I thought this was something we could break. I wouldn't have caught it if I hadn't, you know, been going back and doing my editing as I was uploading the videos. Okay. Oh, okay. Can we wall jump? No. Okay, we can't wall jump. All right, what's this? Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so we should be able to get some essence. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. Try it again. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Because it gave like a, yeah, it gave these animations like there was essence, but there's none showing up. Maybe out here? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, this wasn't here before. What's that? Oh, shit. Did I just unlock a boss? Did he come back to life? What am I supposed to do with this? Look at the map. Yeah, I don't quite understand this. What is the point of this? Like, are you supposed to, like, do a boss here or something? Hold on. What the hell is this? All right, let's port back. Okay, so the next... All right, let's go to the other place over there and check out that other breakable. I think it's resting grounds, yeah. Okay, so we did find a breakable wall, but it didn't really, like, nothing really happened, which was kind of weird. Okay, so there's a breakable down here. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, and I remember because it does this popcorn thing. Do this. Tap B and down, okay. It's not doing it. Yeah, I don't understand. My other controller would do it, but this one's not doing it for some reason. Oh, you need... Okay, I know why. We don't have any soul. I didn't know it cost soul to do it. Okay. Okay, so we need to kill some enemies. You know what would have been a cool idea to have in the game? Life tap. Like if you don't have soul, you could sacrifice like, you know, like a head or two of life so you could get soul in case, you know, situations like that. I think that would have been kind of cool. Okay. Need enemies. Ah, here we go. Oh. Alright, that's enough soul. Should work now. Yeah, we just needed soul. Okay. Okay. Whoa. See, this has cracks, so you know it breaks. Sounds like a grub. Whoa! Walk! It's not a grub, it's those fucking... Oh, what is this? Oh, where are we? Okay. Is that it? Ah, okay, there's more. Oh, I see you, motherfucker. I see you out there. Whoa! Oh, there's an item up there. Money! Alright, we got some money. What the hell are those things? Whoa, shit. This is where we came, right? Yeah, we dropped from there. And there was nothing over here, right? Okay. Whoa, whoa! Almost fucking dead. So there was more over here, okay. Grubby! Grubby grub. All right. Found another grub. Get rich quick program. Oh wow, we're off the map. Oh. There's one over here too. Okay. Okay, that goes up. Where does this go? Dude, what is this? Why isn't this showing up on the map? I don't know. I had a feeling some bullshit like this was going to happen. Yeah. Sounds like one of those things that we just killed. Whoa, fuck. Fucking devs, man. Dude, that thing, oh my god. Oh, what's this? Money! Oh, let's try the, So dark. So dark. Yeah, this is what we need to be doing with all the corpses, is hitting them with this dream knife. Soul Eater. What is Soul Eater? Whoa, that thing costs a lot. Four notches. Greatly increases the amount of soul gain when striking an enemy with the nail. Oh, okay, so it's like a buffed version of Soul Catcher. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So, but the Soul Catcher is like half that. That's really expensive, though. Because right now I'm using this with this, which is 3. Although, if I wasn't taking damage, yeah. That is, yeah. But we got another charm. So we have 8, 9, so that's 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we need 2 more charms to get the last notch that we can buy. There might be more notches in the game, but I know there's one more we can buy. Okay. Dude, this is cool. Well, let's do this. Let me rest. Okay, I was thinking maybe if we hit it a few more times, maybe it would do something. Because the other one turned into this big ordeal with red torches and all kinds of bullshit. This one didn't really do anything. I don't know what any of this is for, but yeah. Oh, the map filled in. Okay. Okay, we need to go up. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Could barely get up here. I don't think there's any reason to save here. Yeah, because we already unlocked. We already unlocked that, and we came down from there. So if we exit out, we should go back over there. Okay. Okay, so we don't need to save at the bench here. Let's see what's inside. Oh.
La mer finello.
Deliver a gift, okay. Sure, I guess.
Nama la mehon.
Okay. Well, you might have told me that before you gave me this thing. I'm not gonna, like, not travel. Can I give this back? Wait a minute, what? Wait.
Keta sanalo. Keta sanalo.
If you're trying to convince me not to travel, like, other than on foot, you're crazy. Can I give this back to you? Yeah, she gave me this delicate flower given to you by the Grey Mourner in the resting grounds. She has asked you to place it at the grave of her mantis lover in the Queen's Gardens. The flower is very fragile and will be destroyed if you take damage or ride the stagways. Lady, have you been watching my playthrough? Do I look like somebody that's not going to get hit or not want to travel? I don't even want to run back to the boss. Here, take your flower back. This thing's not going to last with me.
Ketel Sanalo.
And where do we need to go with this thing? The Queen's Garden? Isn't that over here? The green path? Well, she said Mantis. I don't remember anything in the Mantis Lords about Queen Station. Oh, we've been through the Queen Station, so it must be part of what connects. Okay, hold on. So here's Queen Station. So whatever's like over here is probably the queen thing that she wants us to deliver this to. The problem with that is we can't use a stag, like the purple stags. Okay. Well, we're not going to be able to get through there without getting hit because I can't even platform through that fucking thing without getting hit. Even if we were to get over there without getting hit, which technically this whole area we can get through all the way probably to this elevator over here without getting hit. Although we wouldn't be using the elevator. But from there, going all the way over, plus we don't have the map for that. Yeah, I think this is an item or a quest that we're not ready for. This thing is definitely going to break. All right, let's port back. What's going on? We didn't rest at the bench. I know we didn't rest at the bench. Why are we resting here? We're supposed to be up here. Well, it's not that far. We can get back over there, but oh, is it because we have the flower? Oh shit, can we not do that now? Oh man, that's gonna suck if we can't port now because of this fucking flower. Son of a bitch. Take this flower back, woman. Okay. Let's try resting here. All right, now I want to see if it's going to port us back to that other bench. Whoops. Dude, it's gonna suck if we can't port back to the benches. Oh, thank God. I was about to have a panic attack, man. I was like, no, this fucking flower, man. All right. Did the flower break? It's there, so I guess it's okay. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna fuck with this right now anyways. Because for a few reasons. One, we don't even have the map of that area, and 2, we don't have the abilities to even enter that area. So this flower is pointless, which means we're going to end up probably losing it. Hold on. I do think we can probably go down. Where is it? The waterways or whatever. Where is the water? Not City of Tears, but that water area. Wait, was it City of Tears? No. Because we had to unlock it. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's right by the center there. But it's not showing up because we don't have the map. But we can go down there. But let's go grab the grub, because we just did the grubby. The flower you're carrying, it looks quite beautiful, but it's also very delicate. I fear if you travel with me, it will be ruined. Dude, I don't care, dude. I'm not fucking, like, I'm not doing this. Just take me where I need to go. I appreciate the warning, though. Flower destroyed, yeah. I don't care. She shouldn't have been giving me this flower to begin with. It's above my pay grade. The hell is this? I don't remember that being here.
Bapanada.
Okay.
Muma, Desiree?
Have you seen them, the travelers who set up camp outside of your town? Saw a sign. Are those friends of your husband's? What? Is this dude still over here? Oh shit, I hope I wasn't. He gave me some essence, but I wonder if we weren't supposed to kill him. Fuck, did we just fuck ourselves?
Really? What, darling?
What?
Oh boy, Koya. What, darling?
Okay. They keep talking about visitors. What visitors? Dude, I hope we didn't fuck ourselves by using this dream nail on him. He did give us some essence, though. Yeah, what is this? Let's rest. Let's take that off. Let's put this back on. That. What else? Long nail? Or maybe quick slash? Ooh, you know what? Oh no, that's 3. Yeah. Even if we take this off, I still don't think I have enough for that. Nope. Alright, we'll go with that.
¿Qué volen? ¿Más?
Oh, you have a storeroom? You lost a key, okay. Alright. Oh, there he is.
오, 뒷자리. 오, 뒷자리.
Oh. Wait, isn't this that NPC that was eating that fruit up in the, like, down in the, hold up. Let's see. The Queen Station, yeah. So, hold on. So right there, the second, like, the second level above the stag and save point, or the bench, this thing was eating fruit. So I wonder if these things are related to that. At least that's what it looks like. Can we talk to these things? No. Oh, but we can go inside.
Babala Geno.
I guess. I don't remember calling you.
Sego Nala.
Okay, who's master? Is this a boss fight? Oh, shit. I shouldn't have put on that charm. I'm gonna have to repair it, probably. Yep, it's a boss fight. Why do you keep saying I called you? I didn't call you. You just showed up in my town. Grim, master of trope. Okay. Oh, so when I lit that thing up at that corpse, that's what they're talking about? So that's why you think I called you? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.